Today I don't feel like doing anything.
I just wanna lay you.
If you gonna sing the song, you gotta be on beat.
Yeah. The fuck?
Damn.
All right, let's try this again.
Oh, my bad.
Today I don't feel like doing anything.
I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone to leave a message at the tone. Cause today I don't feel like doing anything. Nothing at all.
So I messed up on the words.
I did too. That's alright.
I think there's different lines, and I was on the wrong.
It's
You
okay.
went down the wrong path.
It's alright. It's alright. You
that's
maybe went down the dark side. It's okay. I'm not judging you.
Well, I just meant that they go into the chorus multiple times, and there's different lyrics for each time. But okay,
Indeed.
we can go the dark side, sure.
All right, welcome.
Well then, dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an entrance?
There is an entrance to You've Been Served. I'm serving you.
Yeah, you
With
just
that
gotta
ass.
enter through that dark hole in the center.
That's
That's
what's up.
right. You ain't never heard of the glory hole?
Oh, I heard of the glory hole.
Have you achieved the glory?
Well, I put myself in the glory hole,
What the
and there was
fuck?
somebody on the other side, so I think I've achieved the glory.
Ty, every day of my fucking life, I achieve the glory.
That's what I'm talking about.
Every day.
Every day.
Every
That's what's
day.
up.
What about you, George?
He ain't never had no glory.
Oh,
Rude.
well, I heard
You don't know my life.
I mean, all I have to do is watch Selma.
Am I wrong?
Watch what?
Selma.
Sound?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It's a movie.
It's the movie, yeah. It's about the march.
Damn.
Don't worry about it. This I'll talk.
All right. I'm about to get upset. Well, it's all right, guys. We are. Damn, it's late right now. It's actually going on 11:39. We got about a cool 55 minutes to do this last podcast together before we go home, part ways, and wait about another trimester or so before we see each other.
What are you, fucking pregnant? What the fuck's going on?
I don't know.
Well,
I
then.
don't
Would you
know.
have something to tell us, Ty?
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Yeah.
Have you told your parents yet?
That I miss them?
No, that you're pregnant.
No,
Why not?
because
Because
I'm not.
I think you are.
I'm just saying abortion is an option.
I'm not.
Hey, that's what
Ty.
I always say.
I know.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I'm like out of confidence for myself. I'll wait till the podcast is over. So, boom, there we go. What's up, George? You got something you want to say?
So what I wanted to ask, guys.
What did you want to ask, guys?
So
Yeah, tell me, George.
Like a Blue's Clues movie.
Robert, fuck off.
Well then.
Yeah, that's what you're handing in a notebook.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get started on this, so we don't waste too much time with these fucking
I
topics.
got
and
to
whatnot.
drive.
So what I wouldn't mind to ask you guys is some old school fashion.
Old school fashion.
Fuck, man.
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry.
favorite.
I'm sorry.
I love the old school fashion, man.
Old school.
Let me know about that old school fashion.
Robert, I will
Hey.
shave your eyebrows right
The
now.
90s fashion was
Nobody
dope.
can fucking see. I don't care. I ain't gonna see anybody for like a fucking year given
Bro,
the
I
quarantine.
need to
I'll be
start fucking
fine.
dressing in retro colors, man. Like the 90s colors were dope. See, look, I brought this shit back, baby blue. I'm gonna start getting some fucking highlighter colors.
Hey,
Fuck off. I'm
All right, George, man.
sorry.
What were you gonna tell us, man?
go for it.
Old school fashion.
Go
that's
for
what's
it,
up.
baby boy.
some old,
Bro,
some, you know.
Fila made a comeback.
I'm done with you. Fucking.
What? 5 podcasts too much? You think? I don't know. We're fine. Just go.
Get trouble, all right? For a full fucking.
That's gotta be what, the 5th time? One for each podcast.
Yes, I hope you get trouble for a full fucking year. All right.
Wow.
That's a lot of
All right,
electrolytes
guys,
you
all
lose.
right.
Shit, I'm gonna dehydrate.
It was something we were talking about. Yeah, choke, bitch. Yeah, choke, motherfucker. Yeah, choke. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna need to cut about 90% of this. All right. Go ahead, George. Give us our fucking whatever the fuck you're gonna give us.
All right.
I don't
all right.
even know. I don't even
So
know.
some things I've been noticing a lot, at least in the last few years or whatnot, is a lot of famous people that you know growing up, like for instance Jennifer Aniston and whatnot, and the whole cast from Friends, and people that you know that you liked growing up,
Like
and
a
then
lot of
you
people.
also see these new up and coming influencers, social media, famous people, which I'm not gonna say is bad. I think there's some social media influencers and whatnot that are pretty interesting.
It's a different background.
It's a different background. But I've seen a lot of it going back and forth of like, because there's some what they call TikToks stars. And
you got TikTok stars too?
Oh,
yeah,
there's a few of them that are pretty fucking famous. One of them was even put in a commercial.
Yeah.
I've been trying, but I've got about 1 follower. So
I'll follow you.
I won't follow.
Thanks, buddy.
I won't follow.
Just tell me after.
That shit's complicated.
Yeah.
You wish Choro on me and then you won't follow me on TikTok?
That's right, motherfucker.
You're an asshole.
So, I want to get you guys' opinion on what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's, it's comparable? Do you think it's okay? I don't know. What's you guys' thoughts on it?
I mean, that's a pretty broad subject
Hey,
matter.
Hey.
All right, well, help me fucking.
No, I mean, I do have thoughts on it. I was just pointing out.
It's rough for him with the first topic.
You're right. And I interrupted Chris, which is my bad. So by all means, Chris,
Chris,
go
you
ahead.
have something to say?
I just said super broad. But, I don't know. It's, to tell you the truth, I'm not really big on these, TikTok celebrities or YouTube celebrities or, Instagram influencers. To tell you the truth, I give no fucks about them.
Yeah.
Seems like you do.
Huh?
It seems like you do.
I really don't fucking care. I mean, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, who the fuck are they? The only way I know about them or have even heard of them is because of my nephew.
Yeah. Fam, don't lie. I heard you bumping "It's Everyday Bro" when you pulled up. I heard it.
I seen it.
You seen it?
I seen it.
I bumped it.
You were bumping it, and
your
I seen it.
car smell like man pussy.
Anyway. I mean, David Dobrik is fucking cool.
Dobrik,
whatever.
Yeah, Dobrik.
I don't know the motherfucker, so I can't help.
Yeah.
I think a big thing is because I like David Dobrik. I think he's a YouTube vlogger, influencer, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
That a lot of people can get on board with. I have met a few people that don't like his stuff, but the majority of people that I've talked to like him. And there's a lot of celebrities that do like him that obviously don't have any kind of social media background as far as how they became famous.
Yeah.
So that's I think part of the reason as to why I wanted to bring it up, because he's somebody that a lot of people do like and get along with and whatnot.
It's like him, he's cool. He's not arrogant.
Yeah.
He's not super flashy. Sure, he buys his friends cars, but if anything, that's just him hooking up the homies. It's like what a rapper would do if he made it big. He's gonna hook up his friends. He's gonna be like, give you a fucking car, or I'll probably just hook you up with some cash. Made it here together. We're gonna keep doing this shit together, unless of course shit goes wrong. Yeah, which usually does.
Which, by the way, I'm still waiting on you guys to hook me up with a car, but whatever. Take your time.
I'm trying to get big. I'm trying to get big. I'm working on it. Let me write a contract for $20,000.
Bro, I'm still trying to keep my car, and it's paid off.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to keep it. All right,
that's tough.
It's hanging in there. It's getting on the miles, dude. Emily's not gonna last very long.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of these influencers maybe got on social media and became big super fucking fast that the fame just gets to their head.
Yeah.
And they use that shit instead of actually influencing people to do what you would expect an influencer to do, which was something positive. If anything, I think it's kind of negative what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are, they're pulling away from what's important in society. Some of them aren't actually doing good. I mean, James Charles, I think, the makeup dude.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah.
That dude's really controversial. He's fucked up so many fucking times, and yet he's still big. I don't get it.
What do you do to fuck up?
Huh?
So what do you do to fuck up?
He's just
no. Let's not go into it because there's a whole long story there for the wrong things he's done and then his apologies. Yeah, and I think if we get too specific, it'll just take up the entire podcast.
It really would.
But if you want, we can go into further depth after.
I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just, it's cool. Yeah, fuck it. Do what you gotta do to get big, but do positive shit with it. Don't just use it and fuck around, because there's a lot of kids that are gonna imitate the shit out of this, and I don't think it's gonna look good later on down the line.
Yeah.
That's my views on it.
I agree. Ty, Robert, any kind of thoughts, any kind
Go
of thing?
for it.
I'm kind of glad he went first because I actually have an opposing point of view. I mean, I agree. Yeah, there are bad seeds out there, but there's been bad seeds in regular famous people from films and stuff like that for a long time. Yeah, and everybody's imitated them too. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that it's specific to just social media influencers or this new kind of famous that we're seeing arise. Mm-hmm. So even though I do think that's a legitimate criticism, I don't think it's specific to influencers. I think that's just everybody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
It's alright. You still look good.
Thanks. Is it the hair?
It's always the hair, baby.
Yeah. I like that, baby. Yeah. Give me some more of that.
Hey, I got it.
But here's the thing: is at the end of the day, I think what it does is it opens up the ability to become famous, to become successful. Yeah. Now I have admittedly, it's very difficult, but I now have the ability to go on YouTube, to go on TikTok, to post my own stuff, and if people like it enough, then I gain a following, and I can potentially become one of those people if that's what I want. Mm-hmm. That's not really what I want, but if it was, I now have that opportunity in maybe the easiest way than ever before, ever in history. So I think that from that perspective, there's a lot of great about this new rise of social media influencers, this new rise of fame that we're seeing from social media and platforms like YouTube, TikTok, etc. I think there's a lot of good in that.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to start off by saying, forgive me. I'm tired. Raspy voice is kicking in.
Same.
So
I can hear it.
Yeah. Your voice sounds real good right now. I apologize to the females listening to this getting moist as we talk. So it's a true story. Shit happened.
All right, Jakar, calm down.
I thought you were just apologizing for just being tired, and then out of nowhere.
Because I don't want any girl out there listening to this next to their man's, and they'll be like, and then the man is like, what the fuck is going on right there? Like, I'm sorry.
Hey, some people like that shit.
Hey, I'm sorry. But I actually have mixed feelings and opinions about it. Because I will say it's a lot easier to get famous than it was before. And it kind of does hurt the people that are actually trying to be famous regularly, So, like, just for lack of better examples, I'm going to use me and George. Just because, like, George he just finished his acting school. I actually plan on transferring to an acting school sometime soon once I finish school. And it's like, if you kind of feel like you have to retort to social media as a way to get famous when it's like it's like you're one of those people that put in the hard work, rather than people are just making funny videos, like using extra time on their MacBook to make their videos and stuff and whatnot, or even just say a couple things, end up being funny. Somebody looks at that like, oh, this guy's pretty funny. Let's go ahead and use him in one of our videos or commercial. Yada, yada. Next thing you know, they started their whole careers off with commercials, doing bigger stuff. And it's like, all you did was post one funny video and had a lot of people share that one video. Yeah. Versus there are people that are actually trying, putting forth the money and investing in themselves to have their career pop off, and they're off to a slow start. So it's pros and cons to it. I think it's definitely a cool thing that, you have social media now to get famous. But to the people that are actually trying for good reasons versus people who are just miraculously getting famous just off a snap of a finger, it kind of does suck on the other hand that you're trying and you're not getting the same respect that you invest in yourself and that you feel that you deserve. So it's pros and cons. I definitely see both sides. I see why it's a great thing. I see why it's a sucky thing.
You're playing the George on this podcast.
He really is.
You hear that? He's just like, oh, I see both sides.
How your whole fucking mic fall?
Hey, fuck off, man.
They didn't know until you said that.
Damn. That's what they say in acting. Nobody knows you fucked up until you point it out.
Yeah. Stupid.
Nah, I'm gonna point it out, bitch, because it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, you fuck up.
Oh, wow.
That's the first time he went at you. Like,
Yeah, right?
damn. All
Well
right.
then.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
It's the sleepiness kicking in. That's all. Pray for me as I drive home.
I hope you get chorro. I mean, what?
Wait. That's not a prayer.
You know what? That
I'm
actually
pretty
might
sure.
help.
I mean, I don't speak Spanish, but that didn't sound like a prayer.
It was a prayer, just not a good one.
It's okay. It might help me stay up.
Just a bad one.
You know, just knowing my stomach is bubbly the whole way, I might stay up.
You know,
Bubbly.
man,
All right.
you better pull over on the side of the road.
Oh yeah, and pop a squat. Hope the
Yeah.
cop don't
Papa
see me.
squat. Well, I'm glad you're exercising.
Thank you.
2 for 1.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, and I don't normally do this on Sundays. All right,
Papa squat or have choro? Which one?
workout, but
Oh, okay. I mean,
It's the Lord's Day, right?
There you go.
it's
Kind of weird that coming from Chris, but
It's-
No,
It's-
that's why he doesn't do it. That's why
It's
he doesn't
really
work
my
out.
rest. It's just my rest days.
Exactly. On the
It's the one
seventh
day
day,
I
the Lord
have
rested.
to like.
smart.
He's doing what the Lord asked.
I mean, technically it should be Saturday, but hey,
No, I'm aware of that.
you know,
Sabbath.
Yes, but please, sir, isn't it your turn to answer your own question?
It is my turn. You're
Go
right.
for
You're
it.
right. Well, since Ty already took my stance of like I see both sides.
Hey man,
You
just
gotta be outrageous now.
just piggyback. Just piggyback.
So, I mean, you know, there's pros and cons. I do notice more with social media influencers. They tend to get a little bit more of a I don't want to say a black eye in the face of society sometimes. Like, they don't get taken as seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
And I can see it on some ends. I can definitely see it with some YouTubers like you said earlier, Jake Paul and what's his name?
Logan.
Yeah.
Paul.
All those
Team
those two
10.
dudes.
I swear, one of them is gonna want to box us.
That-
If we keep,
that was
if
one
we
thing I
keep
saw.
fucking
Wow.
going at them.
One of but are they both? They're both into boxing now, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I keep hearing a bunch of stuff of like, you know, like, oh, they're gonna start this match and they're gonna have a match against so and so, blah blah blah. No, like, what the hell? When they get into boxing, like, they're not like I know that they're freaking beef heads and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I actually saw one of their matches. Like, I should get the fuck out the ring. Just get out. You have a following. You have a crowd because you have a following. Just get out. You're disrespecting the sport all in all.
Dude.
So
It'd be like that.
it was embarrassing. It was just terrible to see.
What was that match? It was, I think, Logan Paul against KSI.
Yeah,
Who the
something like
fuck
that.
is
And they're
KSI?
both, exactly. That's the point. That's the point.
Well, I mean, I think the difference is that we see with people who are maybe more conventionally famous,
Yeah.
right, is they gain that through time and effort.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that other people aren't deserving of this, but what comes with that is a little bit of a learning curve, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So as you begin to get more famous, you learn how to deal with it so that once you're at such a high level, you can deal with it. The problem is, let's say you're Jake Paul and you go from, 100 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers in, a matter of months. You don't, that learning curve is so steep, right? And I'm not defending anything he's done. I think he's a pretty shit person. But objectively, just being well-behaved, being a good example, that, when you have no training and no lead up to that, it's very hard. It's kind of like if one of us all of a sudden was followed by a camera all the time. We would not, probably none of us would be a good example for what other people should be doing. Yeah. Because we are still learning, we're still growing, and we're not used to having that much attention and that much eye on us.
Yeah.
Big facts.
You know?
No, I agree. Big facts.
Hey, use your own words.
That's my word.
I pointed at you. I gave you the gesture. I was copying what you said.
Say your own words.
Hold on.
Facts are big.
I say big
He's
facts.
he's an actor. All he does is read other people's lines.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh.
That's true.
But yeah, I say big facts.
Fuck
You
off,
say
bitch.
sex.
You also say schmeat, which is not your word.
It's not my word, but I
really. He wasn't even there for that part.
Right.
I fuck around
The
with
hell?
Damn, I'm surprised you listen to the podcast. How'd you listen to that shit?
Yeah.
I fuck around with it.
I fucks with it. I fucks with it.
Fucks with
I
it.
fucks with that shit.
fucks
I get
with that
jiggy with
shit.
With that.
We did shit.
Somebody continue.
I gotta agree with I agree with what Robert said. That learning curve and everything, and I think that's why one YouTube influencer, David Dobrik, is somebody that a lot of people can get on board with. And he's even said I listened to his podcast, and he says it too. He says it in his podcast a lot that he doesn't, when they go out to places, when they go to parties, when they go to events, they don't like saying that they're YouTubers because YouTubers already get like a bad rep. There's a lot of YouTubers who've made who made bad rep for others.
Shit, there was one of them that was making fun of the coronavirus, saying there was a joke, and she was driving. 2 days later, she caught that shit, and she makes another video apologizing. I'm sorry.
See, and there you go, and that's why,
right?
And that's why it's like he gets like stuck sometimes when people ask him what do they do, and like why, like people who don't know who he is from YouTube and everything. You know, people ask like, you know, what do you do? Like, how come people are watching you and this and that? So he just says like, I just make videos, and that's all he says. He leaves it at that. And I get it. He doesn't want to be caught in that I don't want to say blacklist, but you get what I mean. That's
fear.
Yeah, that's fear right there.
Yeah.
But he is a part of it, and so it's like it's tricky. It's tricky, but I think that's one person that has learned that curve at least a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always good examples and bad examples.
Exactly, and it's the same thing with people that you know who are famous the old traditional way.
Yeah,
that we grew up.
Yeah, and you have like the Logan brothers who they fight, they rap. Right, and then you have other people that and it's bullshit, right? And then you have other people that are doing things that are actually inventive and creative and moving society forward. And some of them do rap, some of them do other things, some of them do news, some of them do what David Dobrik does.
You said nudes?
News.
Okay.
NEWS.
But
where's your mind at, Ty?
Not here.
Some dudes
the nudes, obviously.
Some dudes. So OnlyFans has only made it easier to make nudes. And make
Shout
money.
out Jakor.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all should check
King
out my
Schmeat.
OnlyFans though.
You got one?
You have OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Since when?
OtterBaby97. Check me out.
He would call it Otter Baby.
Check me out. Check me out. That's a 6-figure
You
salary.
would have been born in 97. You're born in 96.
Huh?
All right,
I
everybody.
was born in 95. What the fuck?
Well, fuck. My math ain't good either, clearly.
So stop asking me questions.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm not qualified.
Check me
So
out.
I just want to make sure we go
OtterBaby97.
back and we acknowledge Robert on that pretty damn good transition.
I was trying to help you.
No,
but
I know.
I did. I enjoyed it.
I'm appreciative. I didn't fight it this time. But so rappers. He brought up rappers.
Yeah.
Great little transition. I like it.
I wanted you to do the transition. I just knew you needed a jumping off point.
He
And
needed-
it didn't
he wanted
seem
to
like
set you
anybody
up.
was giving it to you.
Nope. It's cool. We here. We doing it, and this is how
That's
we're
all
going.
that matters.
It's all good. So
Cool, little daddy.
SoundCloud rappers. I know Chris has some sort of feel about it. I know Ty has some sort of feel, and I'm pretty sure Robert does too. And I think there's been some SoundCloud rappers that have actually made a pretty good name for themselves and done pretty well.
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
21
I don't
Savage.
think it's a ton of. Go ahead, name them off if you want. Go ahead.
Oh, there's only been like 10 that have actually made it into the industry.
So literally just a handful.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. You start where you can, and hopefully it works well and it works up.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about some of these SoundCloud rappers that say they got game? Say they rappers, but
Take it away, Robert.
Oh, you want me? Okay.
I want you to
I'll
shout
start.
out.
Sure.
The
Shout
rapper
out to my
himself.
boy.
All right. No. All right.
The new
rapper
Slim,
himself.
The new Slim Shady. The person who can
This
rap.
is racism just because I'm white. I'm suddenly Eminem.
No, because you can rap.
Well, I mean, in
you
fairness, he called you Eminem. I feel like it's a compliment.
Yeah. No. There are worse things to be called, but still.
Definitely.
Well, nowadays, actually, yeah.
You can
Continue.
rap
Let's not
God
get
word
there.
for word.
Can you?
I can.
So,
But that's another. All right. So
I mean,
so
That's for another day.
yeah. I'll open the podcast sometime. We'll do.
Please.
No, I
to
need
see this.
the song playing so that I can do it to the beat though.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so SoundCloud rappers, I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's good in the same way that the social media thing is, where you have the ability to elevate people that wouldn't have had that ability before.
Yeah.
Right? I think that aspect of it is fantastic. That said, these SoundCloud rappers are shit. They suck. Like, there are a couple that are good. And I understand that, they're all learning. Like, that's, that's the process. But they're all copying Post Malone.
Yeah.
Right? If I wanted to hear Post Malone, I'd fucking go listen to Post Malone. He already exists.
Exactly.
If you want to pop off on SoundCloud, you need to do something different, something original. You're not going to get the same following by copying somebody else and doing it worse for less money.
Exactly.
Right? That's what made those people that have popped off, like 21 Savage, like you mentioned, these, whether you like them or not, they've popped off because of their talent.
Yeah.
And because of their originality compared to the rest of the industry, right? So it bugs me when you see people that are like, I'm a rapper, I got this great thing going, go listen to my shit, and then I just hear a Travis Scott ripoff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or I hear or I hear, a Post Malone ripoff, or, a 21 Savage ripoff, or even a 6ix9ine ripoff, right? This stuff is, if that's really what you want to do, if you want to put stuff out there, it needs to be you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be somebody else. If I were to become a rapper, just because Eminem happens to be the biggest white rapper, I'm not going to go copy Eminem on everything.
Yeah.
Like, that would not be original, and I don't deserve a following for copying what somebody else does.
Right.
Which
is exactly what he says in The Ringer. All you motherfuckers sound the same. Lil Wayne, you all trying to copy Lil Wayne, Lil Xan, Lil Pump,
Yeah, no, that's a good line.
Yeah.
But that's my point, is like, I feel like that's the issue that I have with SoundCloud. Yeah. If you're not doing that, if you're trying to be original, I respect it. There are, I'm sure, plenty of good artists on SoundCloud. But for the most part, I come across the same fucking shit every time on rotation.
Yeah.
That's my feeling.
I found the price of the pizza.
What?
I found the price of the pizza.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Why would you bring that up now, Tyler?
Don't bring
God damn. I know you're tired, but Jesus.
But no, I agree with you, Robert, man. Like, there's too much shit out there that sounds the same. It's like I've heard it already, and sometimes it's worse than what I've already heard. Like, I was recently recommended a rapper to listen to, and two rappers to listen to, and
you're not gonna say their names.
I'm not gonna say their names. I was disappointed.
I understand.
Like, it's not even that, I didn't like it.
Well, you didn't.
No, I didn't like it, no. But it's just not what I'm looking for. Especially, like, if I want, like, these people were inspired by Travis Scott. They're inspired clearly by Kid Cudi, and they like that auto-tune shit. Cool, that's good. Too much of it is way too much. It's not gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like there was way too much distraction in the back to actually keep me focused. Like, the lyrics didn't flow with what the fuck the name of the song was either. And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know. And then they keep using the same fucking line. And I'm starting to think that the hook is yeah. Like, if you keep saying some shit, like, yeah, I'm trying to make some money. Yeah, I got this bitch over here chilling in my crib. Yeah, she gonna go over and take this dick. Yeah.
It gets redundant.
I'm trying to make some money.
Chris likes it in the ass. Yeah. George likes to give it to him in the ass. Yeah.
Why you got to? I was backing you up, man. Why you got to?
What the fuck?
Ty likes to watch and give it to him in the ass. Yeah. Is that not? Oh, that's a different song?
Different song.
Robert Lies gang bang. Yeah.
True.
Give me something original shit. Another SoundCloud rapper was Lil Dicky. He came out with some comedic shit.
Hey, yeah.
Shout out to Lil Dicky.
Yeah. Lil Dicky.
Whether you like him or not, it was original. It was different.
Original.
Yeah.
And he even talks about it. Like, he says it in one of his songs.
Professional rapper. Like, when he's meeting Snoop Dogg, he legit talks about, he's like, I'm trying to make something out of nothing. It's like, I'm trying to change the rap game.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like, it all sounds the same, but I'm trying to be comedic about it.
Yeah.
And he's not just trying to stick with the same basic flow. He's got bars. That motherfucker could rap.
Oh, he can.
He's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Have you seen Dave?
He could transition to acting too. That shit is funny.
Yeah. He definitely can.
That was a serious question because I haven't.
Nah.
I haven't either.
I've seen it. That's just actually pretty funny. His YouTube videos are funny as shit. Have you seen the song Ex-Boyfriend?
Yeah.
That fucking song, dude. Fucking dead. But I think if you want to be original and, like, do something that's gonna get people on board and make you stay at the top and pop, look at what's his face, Old Town Road rapper. What was his name again?
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. I mean, the big opening of that song literally is a 9 Inch Nails fucking track.
Yeah.
Like, legit. It's nothing related to fucking country. Nothing related to rock. None of that. I mean, to rap. None of that shit. Legit. He built off of that fucking sample and kept it going. And created his own shit. Mm. He put his flow, his feel, everything. It was original. Yeah. I mean, he took a sample, but...
it's not original in terms of country rap because that's existed, but he put his own spin on it.
Yeah. Originally they weren't... when the song came out, or when he first did the song, he was trying to make it country rap, but because there was no real, I guess, country to it,
Yeah.
Or, you know, and country singers and artists and whatnot.
Yeah.
There was no real country to it in their eyes, so they didn't put on any of the charts for country.
Yeah.
So he went back and he got in touch with
Billy Ray.
yeah. And he agreed. He was like, yeah, I'll do the song with you. And because he's on it, well, boom.
Shit, I mean, look at Taylor Swift. Her shit is pop, but it still falls on the country. Because I mean, I figure it's because she's from Tennessee.
It's because she started out in the genre.
Yeah, she started there.
If you like, you know, her first like 2 big albums were country.
So many genres now that it's just a mixture of different things. But as long as
I like that though.
Yeah.
It's like you know, you kind of get a little bit of everything when you're listening to pop music now, and that's way better in my opinion than how it used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Having a mixture is always nice. It's
Definitely.
Yeah, look at us.
Yeah. True. Very true.
This
Very
is
true.
a hell of a melting pot.
I'm also not really comfortable with the lean rappers.
Lean rappers?
He's talking about the drug.
Yeah.
It's like Juice WRLD, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah, some of them are cool, but like if that's all you're gonna talk about in a rap, I mean, give me something else. Give me something else.
Yeah, I get you.
No, I get that. I hate those repetitive topics in rap too.
Yeah, it's like, all right, shit gets old. If I want to listen to that, I'll probably listen to some old shit from Drake. If I want to listen to that even more, I'll listen to some beginning shit with Migos.
Hey.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
I like
All right. So, what's your opinion? How do you feel about SoundCloud rappers?
Shout out to my boy Holland Is, and shout out to my boy MLB Deji.
Oh shit.
And to White Boy Rob.
Hey, you got a SoundCloud too?
Nah, I'm playing.
Damn. Nah. I really do agree with originality. The reason why I shout out these 2 people is not only because I went to school with them and one of them is a really good friend of mine. It's just they're practicing their own originality as well. You know, so the rapper Holland Is like he kind of gives me Lil Dicky vibes, being that I don't want to say his rap is comedic, but it's definitely weird, but in a good way, you know. And he's getting recognized for it versus my friend will be Deji, you know, getting his shit together. He kind of reminds me a lot of hood rap, and with a little bit more practice and time, because he's just now getting started with his rap career, I hope that he can really hone his originality when it comes to rap, because he's off to a good start, just needs a little bit more practice, you know. So for SoundCloud rappers that are out there doing their thing, I don't listen to a lot of SoundCloud rappers, just being honest with you. Like, the only reason why I have SoundCloud is to find the songs I can't find on Spotify. So, yeah, I don't really do a lot on SoundCloud. But to the people that are actually doing their best and getting it started, you know, the thing is, I just say find what makes you you. You know, find what makes you special. Because in the rap industry, it's hard finding what makes you special, being that rap, in some cases, tends to sound the same. Yeah. But when you are able to focus on what makes you stand out and what makes you special, that's how you become famous names like Eminem, Lil Wayne, Drake, and so forth.
Also, if you could transition.
Yeah.
Keep up with the rap game.
That too.
Yeah.
You know, because music is
always changing.
Music is constantly changing. I'm not even saying that just for rap, but even with R&B. Like, R&B has to stay up to date as well, because you can't stick with the same stuff that we was listening to back in the 2000s. You know, you got to transition with that as well. True. You know, because as time progresses, there become new ears, new audiences, new people to appeal to. You know, not only that, but there's always going to be that one person that starts a new trend. You know, and I'm not saying that you have to be like that person, but you also got to stay up to date with your audience and with the trends going on. Yeah. You know, at least if you're trying to stay big.
Relevant.
That too. But, you know, ultimately I say just focus on what makes you special. I hope that answers the question, because I know I can't really go into depth about SoundCloud rappers like the 2 of y'all, but ultimately I just say, with time, find what makes you special. You know, and what makes you special, hone that. You know, continue to practice that, and hopefully you make it big. Honestly, you'll know those who make it big because they'll make it big. They'll know that hard work that they was doing has paid off. So,
also listen to J. Cole 1985. Goes off on all of that shit about relevant, how to stay relevant, how to transition with the business, and what not to do to fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it.
J. Cole's
I believe
dope,
it.
dude.
Yep.
J. Cole's dope. I like him.
I love J. Cole.
Same. I need a new album.
All right.
We are at
So-
the 35-minute mark.
35-minute mark. All right. Well, I mean, I feel like that's a good little spot so we can do this next transition into this next topic. Well, it's like it goes in hand with everything we were just talking about. You know, famous versus social media is famous and whatnot. SoundCloud rappers and rappers in the game and whatnot. And
Right.
the differences and everything like that. But that also plays into other aspects of entertainment, like comedians. You know, there have been some comedians who are really, really funny, and I know it's kind of weird because you always want to try and be original, but you do learn and you do steal from the best. And I've heard that tons of times in acting and from film and whatnot. Although it's not wrong to steal, but it is wrong to take credit and act as if it's yours.
Yeah.
And I think one spot too that can hit really hard is comedians. It's okay. I think it's okay to learn jokes from other comedians, but it's wrong to take the credit and think that and make people believe that they're your jokes.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few comedians who've gotten in trouble for that, right?
Yeah.
Carlos
Okay.
Mencia is a big one that comes to mind.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Big Carlos Mencia. He was killing it for a good minute, and
He had his
then
own show, Mind of Mencia.
yeah, and then he got called out by fucking Joe Rogan
Yeah.
at one of his stand-up, and his career fucking ended from there.
That's crazy.
True.
But I want to bring that to the table. I want to see what you guys think about that. If you guys know of any other comedians who have gotten caught or the same thing or whatever, what do you guys?
I don't know of any that have gotten caught, but I do know there's a lot of them that like to give credit to those who have helped them rise.
Oh yeah,
Like-
hell yeah.
Like Gabriel Iglesias, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah.
Fluffy is my dude. Like if I'm gonna listen to a fucking comedian, that's the motherfucker I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, he's Mr. Fluffy's good.
Yeah, especially when he
Mr.
makes fun
Fluffy.
of Mencia. He's just like, doo-doo-doo, and he just fucking goes off on that shit. Like I want to say that he's actually original when it comes to like his voices.
Yeah,
The way he can actually tune use his fucking vocals just to transition from a girl's voice to like a fucking white dude's voice, like
Yeah.
white officer's voice, and just be like, oh, I mean, I can't even do that shit. Like I can't use my vocals the way this dude does.
yeah.
This dude's fucking funny. I love that guy.
He was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I seen one of his stand-ups.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I mean, I agree with you. I do think that you can take from others and add your own spin to it, right?
Yeah.
Just like with music, like we were talking about earlier. I don't expect you to come up with a whole new genre,
Yeah,
but take what you've been given and put your own twist on it,
yeah,
right? Somebody that has been accused, and you guys have probably heard about this, is Amy Schumer has been accused multiple times of stealing jokes from other comedians. And it always bugged me because whenever I see side-to-side comparisons between her and the other comedian, it doesn't just bug me that she's stealing jokes, but it bugs me that she doesn't perform them as well as the original comedian, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna take from somebody and put your own twist on it, then the twist should improve the joke.
Yeah.
Just like putting your own twist on a rap song should improve the flow or the sound of the song or whatever,
Exactly.
or the
Right.
mood.
Not
But when you somehow either make it worse or keep it the same, to me, that's pretty terrible. You're word for word taking somebody's joke,
Yeah.
and then you are not improving it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think we can have an expectation that people aren't going to take things from other people.
Yeah.
I think that is how we grow. There's a famous scientist, I don't remember his name right now, but he's like, no. But he said, if I have made advancements, it is only because I stand on the shoulders of giants. Right?
I did say that. You're right. I did.
No, I didn't say that you said that.
Fuck, man.
Nah, but I think that's really true, and it applies to everything, right? It's like when if you're a great comedian, you are a great comedian because of the comedians that came before you that you learned from.
Yeah.
But it is important to take your own ability, what makes you original, and add that to it. If you're not doing it, you're just stealing. There's nothing better about it. There's nothing positive about it. You're just taking something and doing it most likely worse.
Yeah, I need you to write down that quote.
It's a good quote, right?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Here, I'll text it to you because I told Robert the quote.
Can you
No, false, wrong.
You guys suck.
Fake
Can you
news.
step outside?
It's my house, bitch.
Can you step
You
outside?
step outside.
I
No,
just might.
I'll
'cause
feed you to Taz.
Taz is not going to eat me.
Taz is the dog.
He likes dark meat.
I don't know. Some dogs could be racist, bro.
All right. Ty.
I go. Ty, love you. Go.
Get it, Ty.
I mean, how do you properly please everybody in the comedy world?
Well, that's
If
the
you're-
thing. You're not gonna please.
Yeah, you're not going to please everybody, but the goal is to please a nice amount. You know, because if you can please the majority, you have somewhere to start. And for comedians that are growing and establishing a place in the comedy world, what exactly do you do? Not every joke is funny, and you're gonna have to learn that lesson the hard way when you do your first stand up.
Yeah.
You know, so you kind of need somebody to lean on. I don't say that to make it.
Hey, Major Lazer, I see that.
No, what? Bill Withers, if anything, with a fuck. Which, by the way,
Rest in
R.I.P.,
peace.
but,
Rest
yeah.
in peace. Damn, 2020.
I was
What's
so
going
sad
on?
when I found that out.
I was like,
I was glad it wasn't from Corona, though.
because that shit. But yeah, it's hard to say, you know, because even with people like
all we can
Kevin
watch.
Hart, you know, I watch Kevin Hart stand-ups, and then I watch Cat Williams stand-ups, and I can see some of the similarities from, you know, Kevin Hart and Cat Williams. And being that Cat Williams was established in the comedic world before Kevin Hart, you know, I see that I wouldn't necessarily say that he stole any of his jokes, but how he flows his jokes, you know, I see some of the connections.
There's a likeness.
Yeah, there's likeness.
Yeah.
You know, and as a comedian, it's like you want something to, like I said, to lean on. I even watching Eddie Murphy's Delirious on Netflix. You know, I'm like, I can understand all the comedians in this time, you know, if they looking back at this, like, this is a funny motherfucker. How you get up with the balls to wear a full-ass leather suit and then start off your damn stand-up like, yeah, I'm just going to keep walking because I don't want the gays looking at my ass. Like,
Here we go again. All right.
Full circle.
Yep, he's just fucking attacking.
Hey,
Here we go.
in this case, it's not even my fault. Eddie Murphy said it, okay? And it was something that was said back in the 80s.
Yeah, all right.
Hated it though.
I guess.
He stole it.
Funny.
He stole the joke.
Because it was funny. It was damn funny. Especially how he was talking about his dad whenever he's drunk. Nah, that's something I can't reenact, but that shit is so fucking funny. You know, but once again, I say all that needless to say that new age comedians should not use or take from existing comedians, but you do need a place to start. You know, so with proper acknowledgement, you know, like a bibliography, go ahead and make your references from other jokes. You know, don't be a what's her face, whoever he was talking about, and then bullshit the jokes, because that's dumb. It's nothing worse than you trying to retell a joke and you fuck up the joke.
That shit is wrong.
Like, that shit is horrible. You really, as a part of the audience, you have no other choice but just sit there like,
Like, all right, cool.
So where's your actual joke? You know, just you need somewhere to start.
Take me back to the days of Bernie Mac.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac. All right, guys.
All right. Before we close, because we're at about that time, I want to give George a chance to speak because we've all spoken on this.
Yeah, man.
But
Go
So
ahead,
I
Lim
think
Dickus.
why? What benefit did that give you?
nothing. So
It gave comedy.
oh, it didn't.
This was a very mellow episode, so it gave some
I think
comedy.
it's a very tired episode.
Very tight.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm keeping the energy up, but I feel like, yeah.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm tired.
I mean,
But we're gonna keep going.
Gotta go read.
Cool.
No. I mean, I've seen different aspects. So, for instance, I've seen certain comedians who have used the same jokes as other comedians, but they know about it. As far as like, we use the same joke, but where you both know about it and we're both okay with it. You know, Tosh.0, I think, brought it up on one of his episodes on his TV show, that his manager brought it up to him, like, hey, you know, so and so's gonna use this same joke at this show. I would, you know, just a heads up, I don't recommend you using this joke because it's already been used at this venue. And he was like, well, you know, like, it's fine. What, you know, how close could they get it? Yeah. So he does a play-by-play, and it's actually pretty damn close. But he, you know, each one had a different reaction and whatnot. So it's like, I saw that aspect of it. Like, you know, they're both, you know, keeping each other up. Like, fuck it, it's the same joke, but he's going to say it differently, I'm going to say it differently. Yeah. It's no big deal. They're just jokes. But then I have seen it from the other side of like, no, that's my joke, don't use it, you know, or hey, that's his joke, don't take it.
Because you work hard on writing it, you know? It's just like if I wrote an essay and somebody fucking stole my shit and submitted it.
Plagiarism, bro.
Yeah.
So I get it. I see both sides. It just sucks that, you know, like you said, if somebody does take your joke and there was no acknowledgement for it. Yeah. You know, I think at the end of the day, the acknowledgement should be there. You know, as like we were saying earlier, you know, with rappers and with, you know, with actors and everything, it's like you should give credit to where you started, as far as like what inspired you, what gave you that motivation and help you get that start. Acknowledging where all that started could help you out in the long run. Otherwise, you just get looked at as a freaking copycat and nobody wants that. Yeah, you know. But then there are those people who are copycats and you just can't help it.
True.
They are. Yeah. There's no helping those.
Big facts. All right, Ty, you want to lead us out of our tired podcast?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, y'all. We did our best to give you all the energy we could.
Right. We wanted to provide you with as many episodes as possible, and we know this one is not maybe as energetic as some of the others, but
hey, it's still a good.
We got it done.
That's it.
We got it fucking done,
bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. At the end of the day, all I gotta say is if it's any topic y'all want to hear, closed mouth don't get fed. Gotta talk to us. Yeah. All right, we got an Instagram page, we got a Twitter page for a reason. Shit, we got numbers and shit for a reason, because I know some of y'all hoes got my number and don't nobody text me.
True.
That's sad.
Are you okay with it?
I would give you a hug, but no.
But the Rona is real right now. It's all good.
A few of these hoes have my number, but I understand why they don't text me.
Yeah, I wouldn't text you either. If I was a hoe.
I don't text you.
Yeah. True.
Actually, we text each other a lot.
We text each other a lot. That's a lie.
Right? But no worries. My computer is crying right now talking about how it's running out of space. So let's hurry up before this podcast, or this episode, be's the needle that breaks it all. I don't know how this line goes. Shit. Fuck, what do I want to say?
The straw that breaks the camel's back.
Thank you.
Probably the closest to what I can think of.
Thank you. That's the one. That's the one. Oh, everybody is so tired.
You don't have to give a speech, dude. You can just close us out.
Yeah, you just
I can. If you want, I can close it. If you're too tired.
I got this.
His brain's confuzzled.
I got this.
Damn.
It is confuzzled.
Ty's not even fucking here.
Shut the fuck up. I got this. I got this. All right. Work on yourself. I know I said this already.
That's aggressive. Work on yourself. Yeah.
I got this.
There's something wrong with you and you need work.
I got this. All right? It takes a lot of hard work to be in a good place in life. It doesn't matter where exactly you want to be, but if you want to be somewhere good, somewhere decent, somewhere suitable, where you're well off and wealthy, it takes a lot of hard work. With that being said, don't take the easy route. Understand, if the shit ain't hard, it ain't worth it.
No pun intended.
Nah, I mean that's how I look at a lot of things in my life. Like if it didn't come easy, it wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah. No, if it didn't make it hard, just don't go for it.
If it came easy.
Oh, fuck all y'all. All right.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Fuck you for having somebody's hands to hold. How about that?
Wow, you angry.
I'm just a little salty.
Are you lonely?
I am. I'm very lonely. It's okay.
Take this stitch. Put the stitch's mouth on your penis.
Stitch has been molested all day. Let's give it some proper love. With that being said, don't be afraid of working hard. Because with hard work, you get beautiful things come out of life and everything that you do. With that being said, it's been Ty. Who are you?
I don't know who I am.
Who are you?
Great question.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
You're the only motherfucker that got it right.
That's right.
And with that being said, y'all, you've been served. I'm not saying nothing crazy today. I'm actually just trying to go to
Eat my
bed.
pussy.
Oh, wow.
Wowzers.
Thank you.